Okay guys, so today I'm going to deal with this canister. I can't figure out how to get that bottom off. I'm assuming it's glued on there real tight, so I've set this up on my welding table. And I'm going to take a saw and I'm going to cut it right about here. And we'll see what we get. I really want to try to save this and reuse it, so I will update more later. Okay, so if you're doing this, it's not going to, well, maybe there's more skilled people than me, but with a reciprocating saw, it's pretty hard to cut this perfectly straight. So what you want to do is make sure you put a mark on there, just in case it's critical that this goes. And in this case, because it's not straight, it is going to be critical. It goes in the exact same spot. So we'll have a little more later. And as you can see here, it's pretty clear that these filters are all rotted. This is original equipment of that. I just have no doubt about that. So I'm going to just get some charcoal from the pet store. I think I have to use two filters. There's a filter that was on the top. And there's also a filter over here that was on the bottom. So there's a filter on the bottom. So I've only got one filter, unless I break it apart, which I might do. Then there's also the filter that goes in the center there. That'll be that one. It's in fine shape, so I'm not worried about that. But there you go, cut apart. And what I'm going to do is smooth all this off and just get some ABS cement, and I'll glue it all back together. I mean, it looks like that's how they manufactured it, you see. They melted it together or glued it together. And so just for those who wonder, that you can't get that off. It doesn't turn. It's a molded one piece. And I was going to cut down in here, but it'd be very difficult to glue that back on, as opposed to gluing that back together. Is going to be pretty simple, even though my cuts are terrible. So anyway, there you go, guys. That's what, if you got charcoal leaking out, if you inspect your charcoal canister, vapor canister, that's probably going to be your problem. So here's where we ended up with the vapor canister. My cuts were, well, they were crappy, so I had to go ahead and even this up. This one also, they're very close, so I was going to just take half that filter, put it on the bottom and half on the top, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that. And so what I'll do is I'll get some charcoal and I'll put this back together with ABS, and I'll wrap it around with the rubber band, and we'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll have to break down and get one, but I'd really rather use the one I have, and so that's what I'm going to try to do. So this is the end of part one with the vapor canister, and we'll have more in part two.